That's right. It's the big boy Clix here, man. Clix, hey, he's really grown into his own, you know, in these competitive season after season. Just recently, he revealed that Epic Whale's been one of his favorite duos to play with. And although they may not have performed exactly where they wanted to before, they have seen themselves continue to grow as teammates. So I think they're showing it right now. Look at this. Already at 5 eliminations here. Not too bad.
Yeah, and kind of just adding on to what you were just talking about, as far as Clix and Epic are concerned, Clix himself even admitting that he's like, hey, you know, we recognize the fact that good things take time, essentially, is what I heard him talking about on his stream during opens. As we all know, Clix wants to stream everything possible. Loves making content, man. I think it's awesome to see that he seems to have really found a good sort of vibe with Epic, because a lot of times it can come down to just how well you're actually able to get along with your duo. And again, we see Clix with 4 limbs, but the journey for as to how he got there in the first place, at least from 3 to 4, Clix with the sniper rifle, that Reaper just collecting successful eliminations.
Yeah, and talking about a big lobby, this is the who's who. Khanada, Ajerss are in the building right now. 10 elims collectively, so a monstrous game right here. Another team that is trying to continue to keep themselves in the conversation here. Khanada's talked about it. His goals this year are to find another FNCS win under his belt. He doesn't just want one. He doesn't just want to be the guy that has made it to that final stage time and time again. He wants more wins.
Once you get a taste, it's kind of hard to let go, if you think about it as well. I can imagine it'd only be more motivation to such strong competitors. And I think when we talk about strong competitors, it would be a disservice not to mention Rise and Yamzo in that conversation. Yamzo getting a good clipping of Ant there. But again, not looking to just rush forward. Even if the shields are cracked, Rise Yamzo, certainly a team that can work very efficiently from a low ground position. And it seems as though they are cozy enough that they just want to maintain their damage threshold, but they're so far above it at this point, MDF, that they're definitely capable of just kind of waiting things out, maybe seeing if they can push the teams that are still stuck behind them and keep them kind of on the fringe here. Don't really let them have easy rotations into the safety of zone.
Yeah, and all in all, I mean, they're on the outskirts, right? You want to wait to the zone pools, and look at that. Had they made a move, it would have been a mistake, because it does pull towards that northwest side, so they're going to find a lot of favoritism there. Meanwhile, the teams on the other side are going to have a pretty tough time. There is a huge dip, followed by a one-road track on into this new zone, so it's going to be pretty tough if you find yourself either on the east side or the middle here, as there's not going to be a clear path to success. Grapple Blades, however, are going to start to come out here. Chance is trying to figure out what his move's going to be here. He's running back and forth, kind of operating between the builds of him and his previous teammates, who's no longer in the lobby right now, but yeah, he's got to go.
And don't get me wrong, I know that there's multiple lobbies running at once, because keep in mind, it is round 4, 250 top duos so far, duking it out in like 5 server lobbies at a time, essentially. And I am noticing a trend, though, MBF, with a lot of these zones pulling towards this northwest side of the map from the matches that we've gotten a chance to take a little peeksies into. And it has definitely affected some of these teams as far as just trying to get an efficient rotational path, because it's just hard to work through so much water, especially dealing with the bridge. Easy for other teams to essentially catch you off guard.
And you know what? On that note, the pressure, right? The pressure that starts to sit on the players, if you didn't perform game 1, game 2, and you start to tell yourself, hey, look, this is top 250. We're a top 10 duo. Like, let's just key. Let's just go fight. But then you hit that brick wall. You hit a tier 1 duo. You just never really know who you're going to go against. So it's pretty tough to make the right calls in these types of lobbies. You have to truly commit to your decisions. For Clix and Epic Whales, so far it seems like they have you know, hit the luck of the draw, as they have 6 elims and they're sitting pretty comfortable. But look, Ajerss and Khanada trying to make a big showing here. They've already banked out. They cashed out 10 elims. They're feeling great about this game so far. They want to win this one. And then, honestly, if they take it, we should see them up towards the top 10, top 15.
And this is kind of what you would expect from the team that's trying to hold high ground. Just so much pressure being applied here. Khanada really laying down some shots with this striker AR. And again, like this approach here, Khanada gonna go ahead, tarp forward.
Epic Whale trying to go for high ground, but no, Khanada catches them, zips right on over there, and Epic Whale's like, all right, we got caught. Let's go ahead and split the material count here. Might have been worth the risk, but Clix also burned in the process there, so good defensive plays by Clix and Epic Whale there. Meanwhile, Victor finds himself a knock. It's a solo here. Caillou has to play defensively. No, not enough for Victor. He's going to go down. Yamzo and Rise. It was looking like a dominant position for them to be in. Now put on the back foot here temporarily. They're going to have to heal. And this is also going off the elevation, so this is a very tough spot to be in. You cannot just jump off. Not just yet. It might be the last play you make if you did.
Clix and Epic almost for a second seemed like they were going to look to try and challenge Ajerss and Khanada again, but thinking differently of it. Clix and Epic, they also are kind of in need of a refresh here, at least as far as heals is concerned. Their builds weren't totally shambles just yet, but you can expect those to dwindle rather quickly as teams continue to try and scurry around. It's going to be Clix, it's going to be Epic one more time. Just trying to deal with the duo that's directly in front of them.
No match.
This is a nice little wraparound, but yeah, that's the problem. He needs some sort of a refresh, some sort of a knock into an elimination. Doesn't seem to spot out Caillou's a complete solo there. Instead, hiding underneath this cone, seeing if anybody will swing by this bush here. So Clix and Epic Whale can look for a refresh.
And look, they do not trust it. Clix is like, hey, look, I can play for positioning here. I can play for a little bit of placement. Let me just hang back for a second. Yamzo and Rise. All that material gone now. Clix for full HP into the zone. Finds himself an elimination there. It was worth it, but the zone does the rest. And he falls inside the top 15. But from 21st positioning to 15th. And in the elim is a big jump. That's a gap closer. Meanwhile, Demo, Be Cool is still alive right now. Yamzo and Rise out of material, down and forced into this low ground position. Caillou is down there as well. They have eyes on him. Probably want to pick this elim up. They know he's sitting there. So now it's all types of risky here. Luckily, things clear up for a second now. Let's see it. Team waiting for them. Yamzo, Rise. Yamzo finds the tag. Can he get another one? He can. Just smarter positioning. And sometimes you are just a little bit better. And Yamzo finds 2 for his troubles here. Rise still alive. And into the top 10 they go, Taco.
Just so tragic there for Yamzo that Rise couldn't quite get close enough to provide him with some backup. Just so much chaos taking place in these low ground layers.
What?
Yeah, it's Khanada just fully running on the low ground. Might have heard about the fact that there was an 18 elimination Victor Royale, and he's still going. 18 as well for Khanada and Ajerss, tying everything up.
It's just making it look easy. Finding feet, tagging players, this guy's healing, he's not looking, and all of a sudden they go from around 14 eliminations, jumping right on up to tie Acorn and Cold's last performance there. And a big 18 is a huge swing for them. We'll see how it reflects on the standings, because all in all, those are the kind of games that are going to net average you way up the leaderboards. But you know what? I'm thinking other teams are starting to recognize, the tier 1s are starting to recognize, hey, if we want to stay in this running, if we want to stay comfortably up towards that top 50 or so, I mean, we got to just play strong. We got to play aggressive like that.
It's just the fact that Ajerss was looking around, but I'm sure that Ajerss and Khanada weren't the only ones looking at what took place there. The desk has got more in store for us.